And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Cultist Simulator. Again, this is still my first time playing it on stream. This is the second part of the first stream. Here we're sort of trying to work out ways to get our sort of base stats higher. We've got 3 vitality, or got 3 health here, 2 reason, and 1 passion. Suppose I need my passion back to get my day job back, where we use reason to stay employed. A whole bunch of stuff is actually complete all about the same time here. Force of the heart. The day job. Health. Vitality, which we don't necessarily need. Funds, okay. Clear the mind, got a fleeting remembrance for getting rid of the dread. And read whatever is at hand to give us an erudition. Reason comes back. We can feed the imagination. Increase my passion using these numbers. Let's do that. Weak thoughts. So, good thing we got rid of the dread. This would eat the dread until I had a containment to deal with it. Passion is recovered. So let's use passion to get our day job back. World is this. That's fleeting remembrances. Of course, the heart. Even more vitality. Plead to keep my job. I have been offered a chance, and apparently I'm expected to be grateful. Junior work at Glover & Glover's. Scratching the pens, the sourness of dust, the sighting of the younger Glover, and greedy gurglings of the elder. Okay. Need some diligence. Perhaps they'll appreciate it. Oh, I suppose I could have skipped the diligence and just got the funding, but that's more like to get me promoted back to the previous job tier. So there is sickness. Well, we've got some vitality, so that's not a concern. Feed my imagination, so it gained more passion. Gained the skill of vivid imagination, which I think increases our likelihood of succeeding at painting. I'm going to study the lesser vitalities to keep them around. Likely merge them into one to keep them around longer. The other one we're going to use to clear the sickness. Cloud Spark. Fleeting remembrance. We've got a lot of that. Supervisor Recorder called me into the office to recognize my diligence, and watching the mole in his neck talks and talks and talks. By the end of it, I have a promotion. Back at our previous job tier. Happening. 10 exotic cravings. We don't have the obsession yet. We are afflicted, which we will clear by dreaming with the vitality. And our vitalities have merged into lessons learned. It will decay back into a vitality at some point. Can I study the reason? Yeah. Mortal frustrations, or restlessness. We would like to potentially paint that away. although we risk losing our job if we do that. He wants my attention. Well, I have reason ready. Bleak thoughts. Okay, I would like to paint the restlessness to get out of the way. So we got some funds. Lose our job if we don't go to it in the next 50-something seconds, but we're not going to do that. We're going to, in fact, we're going to paint. Paint. You never know. This might be the living, or this might be a living. Add passion to make distinctive paintings. Add mystique and especially notoriety to attract attention and make more money. Be careful. If you use notoriety, exhibiting paintings will keep you in the public eye. We're going to use... Oh, I got to go to the next one. So we're going to toss 2 passions in here. And the inspiration is our restlessness. This should have more impact. Okay. So, decent possibility we're going to lose our job because we're spending too much time painting. Reason gave us erudition. Also did not consume it, so we can go right back to studying, get another erudition. Paints. You spend some money on better paints, or I could potentially find more exotic pigments. It's simple. No specialty paints. I see the mistakes, but I can also see the end. Okay. Buds. Alright, Bleeding Remembrance. Wrong kind of attention, so we don't want to do notoriety. This work I can be proud of with enough publicity it will sell. The recent work has attracted a couple of callers. Ooh, with a little bit of something, something will sell. Okay, so we've earned some money. Gained contentment. Gained some mystique. Okay, that's maybe not ideal, given the current circumstances. Got our passion exhausted, and we have just enough time to go to our job. We skip our job again, we will lose the job. Again, we'll be fired. Ate my mystique. Okay. Reason and erudition. Okay. We're gonna continue to study our reason. There is always someone who doesn't understand, or understands too well. This troublemaker may seek evidence on my activities to share with the authorities, so we've attracted an adversary, a weary detective. And that's why the mystique was maybe poorly timed there. So we'll always have a weary detective here until we do something about that. A trembling in the air. Passions are refreshed. You want my reason. You will have a reason for the moment. Gained erudition. To preserve some of our erudition, we're going to turn it into erudition lessons learned. And we will study, because fourth erudition, merge those lesson learned merged with the lesson learned merged to get thing maxed out. Funds. Still got our position. Oh, it did refresh the timer. That's nice. I was actually not assuming it would refresh the timer. I don't have any restlessness now, so we will continue to work. World is as it is. No exotic cravings yet. Or temptations. Our studying is done. Once more, we shall use reason to get another erudition. Oh, that gave me a restlessness. Okay. So I will probably want to paint my restlessness. Wants attention. Well, our reason is recovered. That's the advantage of having two reasons here, so we can spend one to get him happy. He does not always require your attention. When he does, he wants it. Okay, the wrong kind of attention, so the adversary is looking. He has nothing to find, though. Adversary is asking searching questions about my activities. Again, nothing to find here, officer. Funds. My reason has been dimmed. And we've got 50-something seconds. I would like to paint. Hurt or bread. Can I put you... No. And my inspiration will be my restlessness. Get an erudition. Put the eruditions together to get a lessons learned, and we'll put the lessons learned together with our scholarship to improve our reason more. Paints. I don't think we need paints. Still looking for evidence. The hunters found notoriety, then they will use it to create or upgrade evidence. If they are meticulous, they will always succeed. If they're erratic, they're more likely to fail. But they can occasionally create evidence even without notoriety. See the mistakes, but I can see the end. This is something special. I may provoke a reaction. The artist's reward. Bunch of contentment. Glimmerings. Vivid imagination continues, and our passion is, of course, exhausted from the activity, and we go back to work. I haven't noticed that we've been gone painting. And the very detective has taken a break from his search. My mind is a library. Use lessons learned with your scholarship. 2 lessons learned. That'll take us up to 3. 3 reason. Twists and interludes. Upcoming is another affliction. My vitality is going to go away before that comes to use, which is a bit of a shame. And I don't necessarily want to study health right now. No, we'll hold on to that. We'll study health, because I'm thinking I need more health to deal with the affliction. Long walk, kill the cobwebs. The problem is I'm not going to get my injury quickly enough to use the vitality to clear it, so I need a replacement. Here we go. So it takes a health to become an injury. back to work. Timing-wise, I could have probably done the skill hardened physique if I really needed to, but go the vitality route. We now have the vitality, we're just waiting for the injury. Let's study the glimmerings to try to preserve them. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. If I spend time studying what I've learnt, I could work towards increasing my passion. Feed his imagination, our imagination. Okay, upcoming is Season of Despair. And we get our Affliction, which we can immediately treat with the Vitality we prepared for it. All I need now is time. Wants some reason, or wants some attention, so the reason will work. Feed my imagination. Glimmering lesson learnt. We will study passion. Funds are back. Collect those. Get back to work. So I'm trying to get 3 across the board if I can. So now we're just working on getting the passion, and then we will study the bequest. Passion and a glimmering. Okay. Go back to study. Need another glimmering. Requires my attention. Well, the reason is back, so that will be no problem. We had no dreads, so that clears away safely. Cloud's part, fleeting remembrance. Another bleak thoughts comes up behind it. Period of fascination behind it. Okay. And being reminded there may be more ways to deal with Mr. Alden. Sentimental literature, okay. So, glimmering plus glimmering. Gonna give us a lesson learned. Lesson learned, or skill plus lesson learned. Lesson learned. We'll go to the next level lesson, or the skill. At which point we'll have 3 passions. And I will be ready to study the bequest. Okay, shadows, don't need to worry about that because we haven't yet studied the bequest. Season of Ambitions. Coming up. You are fleeting remembrance. He wants my attention. Well, we're prepared for that. Here's a glimmering lesson learnt. So skill, lesson learnt, plus lesson learnt. Who desires but acts not breeds pestilence. More funds. Back to work. Need to keep the funds flowing. We're currently producing funds just a little faster than we consume them. The world is a lie. Mortal frustrations. There's frustration. We will want to paint that. My desires grow in numbers. It may be that they've always outpaced my actions. So I think it is time to just study the bequest. Unlock books and other treasures. Am I a passionate individual or a reasonable one? Well, I believe the path that I have been spoiled on was the one of reason. So today we will go the one of passion. I will read, theorize, pace, sketch, and cluster my hair in wonders. Deletion, collapse, and despair. Okay. If there's anything else I can do. I don't think I can do the remembrance. No. What about restlessness? No. Okay, we're gonna do passion. Employing passion to deal with the bequest. He wants attention, reason. Deal with that. Due time. Examine my bequest, employing passion. My correspondence describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar. The house, the wood, the hours, the glory. I sense here a power that generals and kings would envy. A new desire burns in me. There is a note here, directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. So our passion is returned. Gained directions to Moorlands. Cryptic directions to the obscure address of a certain moorland, a dealer in the rare sort of books. Notes on a possible collaborator. My correspondence has recorded his observations of me. He believes I had potential. He recorded his observations of someone else too. Time and study. I may study. Perhaps I can find this person. Temptations. Power. It has occurred to me that I hold the key to power. This card will allow you to win a power victory if you upgrade it far enough. Dreaming about it might advance it, or change it. Smith's secret. 5 continents. Smiths have whispered the same words to the iron. Murderers have been known to whisper these words too. And adepts, of course. These words are spoken in ritual to aspire unmerciful change. It occurred to me that I hold the key to power. Dreaming might advance it. Okay. I study you. If I have 2 lore fragments at the same level and aspect, I can combine them together to improve my understanding, or I can use another type of lore to subvert it. Study with... no. Not at the same time. There we go. I don't have a different type of lore, so I can't subvert yet. Leading remembrance. Study. Study with that. Temptation and power? No. I don't have any with. We don't deal with the knowledge. The wrong type of knowledge. Okay. Well, that doesn't do any good. Actually, let's study the notes of that possible collaborator. I have a name, a description, a few tantalizing details, but there are thousands of faces in the city. 30 seconds to work on that. Can I dream about Smith's secret? No. Should I dedicate myself to my purpose or focus my efforts elsewhere? No directions. Okay, so the directions gotta go into study as well. Okay. Shadows. Fascination may provoke visions. Work overtime and his assistance. We gained funds. And we want to paint the restlessness away. Art or bread? Okay, so there's 3 different things I can plug in there. We have passion. We may as well plug all the passion in. But put a lot of work to be passionate about this. And our inspiration, once again, is our restlessness. This should have impact. Wait an answer to a letter. Okay, so we managed to write a letter to someone. We'll see if we get the answer we want. Found a potential collaborator. Now I have an address. I'll dispatch a letter, propose a meeting. Talk is unlocked. Mystique. So that's going to be my talk. We've got some mystique, which isn't necessarily good. It isn't necessarily bad. Let's study the directions to Moorlands. The directions to Moorlands shop are cryptic. When one deals in the kind of books my correspondents study, one must be circumspect. Okay. Spend money or perhaps paints. Or better paints. Or perhaps I could use more exotic pigments. Aspect pigment. Okay, let's actually use a fund here this time. We've got a decent amount of money. We'll see if this gets a little bit better result. Invest 1 in and see if we get more than 1 out. The world goes away. All conviction, yeah. Okay, so we had a whole bunch of stuff going on. So he's back. He's gonna probably nab my mystique. Upcoming next is Season of Suspicion. Okay, so we're gonna Season of Suspicion after a Season of Suspicion. We find Moorland Shop. A ill-lit street at an ill-favored bend in a lesser river. A soft yellow light passes through a grimy window. Miss Moorland nods as I enter, but does rise. Never ask the names of my clients, she informs me, before I have time to introduce myself. Explore is unlocked. So explore the shop. Explore. Now that I've found a location, I can explore it. Scrap of the occult. Secret histories are layered behind the ones we know, like the notes in a rare wine. This is a detail from one of those histories. Exploring with the scrap of knowledge may uncover secret locations in the capital. Talk. The reply to your letter is courteous, if cautious. They are intrigued by how you found their name, intrigued enough to meet you. Yazbet, an acquaintance. You might be able to recruit this acquaintance as a follower. Interrogate, intimidate, beguile, instruct, recruit. The world is as it is. Fleeting remembrance. So if we were to talk to you, together we might be more. Yes, maybe more. Here is someone I might work with, a companion or a follower, but first I must give them something to follow. A society, a solidarity, an order, a cult. So, with the founding the cult is at hand, potentially. Cycle very quickly. Exceptional work. This is something special. It may provoke a reaction. A whole bunch of things finishing at once. The talk. Found a mystical organization. I have begun my true work. The authorities will take interest in it. I must be ready for them. You have begun to establish your cult. You will need a little more before you can recruit followers. Gained some notoriety. And she is now an acquaintance. Choose a founding principle. Tradition and compulsion. Old, new, or both together. Add lore to determine your cult's founding principles. The temptation... Oh, can't put the temptation of power in there. secret? Smith secret. An occult society dedicated to fire that changes and remakes. Establish an unflinching order. You know, the notoriety is pretty poorly timed. Could have probably timed that better. Oh, I put this time out. Whoops. We've been fired. An artist's reward. My recent work is considered significant. I may yet earn a living from this, but nothing is certain. We've got a glimmering. Gained a bunch of mystique, which may save us from the notoriety being noticed. Skill, wild imagination, and our passion is exhausted. So, in the meantime, let's use our physical labor. Because we can't go begging for a job because I let it pass before when I could have done it to get it refreshed. And I can't go begging for it without any passion. Unflinching order. I dedicate myself to a fire that changes and remakes. That got me an achievement. And he did grab the notoriety right away. My mystique has attracted this hunter's attention. They can prove nothing yet, but they'll keep looking for longer now. Oh dear. Hour we serve requires pain. I must give of myself. I have a suspicion this is going to wound me. No, don't talk of health. Study health to get my vitality back. Season of ambitions. Okay. Funds. Vitality. Okay, so I've got a vitality. If it gives me a wound, we can deal with the wound. Passion is about to recover. Let us go beg for our job back. My first recruit. A cult with one member is an unusual habit. It must have a recruit. There is our recruit. Be the first of the cults. And yeah, it does look like it's given us an injury. We haven't got it yet to recover from it yet. A bunch of things complete at once. So we get our second vitality in case I need a second one. We get our job back. Go right back to work. Immediately wants my diligence, which is fine. You're looking for notoriety. You're not going to find any. The hunter has found notoriety. They will try to use it to create or upgrade evidence. If they're meticulous, they will always succeed. If they're erratic, they are more likely to fail. They can occasionally create evidence without notoriety. So they've found it. The question is, they're going to find more. Our rise begins. I have founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult to send them out on cult business. Yazbet, a believer. Sleeps in fits and starts, and rises at dusk to do the things that Yazbet does. Acquired an injury. We are the Unflinching Order. Cult society dedicated to the fire that changes and remakes. You can use cults with the talk verb to recruit or promote followers, and to send them out on errands to gather resources. A believer can be promoted to a disciple. A few gifted disciples can be exalted even higher to reshapers. Got our Smith secret back, and a temporary headquarters. Our business is private. We could use somewhere more secret. Let's dream on our injury, using one of our vitalities to clear it. All I need now is time. Explore. There we go. Seek out the secret place of the city. There are places in the city which I can find extraordinary things. I can sift through the clues out of history and rumor. Let's do that. And then I can probably, although this might gain more notoriety, so we'll wait until this passes. I might go using the order to find more disciples. Time is passing. Season of Ambitions. After that is going to be the Season of Ardors. Ape and Angel. Okay. That is going to take our Temptation, the Temptations of Power, the Forge's Glow. Convert clues to evidence. We have tentative evidence. Real or imagined of my sins. Hunters with evidence of occult activities become more dangerous. Evidence may survive the death of the hunter who creates it. Okay. So we'll have to hope that goes away. And we need to be careful in the meantime as a side effect. Picked up a restlessness, and we will want to paint to get rid of that. Which I suppose is going to make it make more mystique, which means it's got other things in our way. Okay. Our health is back. Let us dream on the Unflinching Order. Smith's Secret. I think the temptation. I don't think this is the temptation of power. Let's study. Study's how I upgrade you. Can't study the order. We'll dream of our passion. Ah, this is where we shove the lore in. There we go. There we go. Talk about the thing. Interrogate, intimidate, beguile, or instruct. To recruit a novice, I only need a small secret. The higher mysteries require degrowths. In order to relieve your disciple, I need to provide an appropriate aspect for the cult to at least 7th intensity. Okay, so we're not 7th intensity because I've dreaming on that thing. Okay, so that's not how I get more by itself. Talk about the temptations. Okay, I think talk here is how I might talk to people. Not sure I want to talk to people, or want to talk to the guy. And then temporary headquarters. Can we talk about the temporary headquarters? Cupboard. Oh, I don't need anyone in the cupboard. And here we go. So select you. A little bit of time passed. We might miss our window for keeping our job, but we're gonna passion our way. I don't actually want more mystique now, so we'll just do the 2 passions, and our inspiration, once again, is the restlessness. This should have impact. We found the forgotten Mithraeum. I can explore. Could explore my temporary headquarters. No. That is a location, so that's something you put in there, but it's not the right type of location. Let's go to Moreland's shop. We have a decent amount of money. It's going to cost us some money. We will get a book, presumably. It takes time to sort the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. Okay, solitude. Contentment. This is paints. We didn't put all our passion into this, so we're gonna not bother with any paints. Locksmith's Dreams, Portions and Proportions. Second volume of Teresa Glamer's examination of parallels and the mystique dreams of artists. The front piece has been slashed with a razor. Let's go study the book. Records fewer dreams and explicates more of her own elaborate theories. We see this again and again. What is below cannot escape what is above. There we go. Recent work has drawn some attention. Something should sell. Okay, so we sold it. Overexposure. Our audiences are fickle. Contentment. More mystique. Passion. We want to go back to work, otherwise we may lose it. Fired and have to get hired again. The sun of rising, it won't spare me. Nightmare, the cleansing dawn. Okay. Season of ambition coming up. Now I can slough off my flesh patch by patch, tugging the tendons free like fibers picked from teeth. My skin lies like a shredded blanket. The sun heaves itself above the horizon with a triumphant battle yell. The light falls like acid on my naked bones. The pain wakes me. My bones will throb for days. Gained a fascination, which isn't... It's maybe not what we wanted. I talk publicly about invisible arts will attract attention. Perhaps this is what I want. Yes, we'll try to get some attention, get some more followers. I have a decent amount of funding. Let's go back to Moreland's shop. And get us another book. The finest artisans will all dream of the white door in the end. I am no artisan, only a scholar. I think there's a secret that all these artisans know, but I think that that secret is only half the story. Addition. And a locksmith's secret. Now, nothing to criticize in my work today. He does not look up as I leave. Back to work. Dutiful beaver. A collection of poetry. Study to gain a glimmering lessons learned. Okay. Not exactly what we're looking for. But we have a decent amount of money, so we shall add to the library using our money. We can learn from each other. The patron has already grabbed one of my reason as I attempt to reason with the patron. Up next is the Season of Suspicion. So you are not gone. You're not going to be gone for a while. So I probably want to gather a bunch of mystique and no notoriety if I can. You've grabbed my temptation. Okay. Gave us a restlessness. So I will probably want to go up painting. Work at Glover and Glover. So we paint with our passion. Our fanaticism? No. If I had notoriety, I could paint the notoriety. I don't think that's a good plan. We will paint our passion. Inspiration is our restlessness to get rid of it. I dream on fascination. Yes. Even dread has. Oh, so there's maybe an argument that I should have kept the dread and kept the restlessness to use the dread to get rid of the fascination. Paints. We did put our full passion to this, so let's give it a paint and give it some money for paints. Grab our mistakes. He's gonna hang around longer. Season of Despair. The night waits for me. Talk is complete. Mem Betchet. Mem Betchet edits the Kisham Review, which publishes material too ghastly or thrilling for other library magazines. She could use your assistance. Get our reason back. Gain our Smith's Secret back. Gain more mystique. Let's talk to her. Find out what she wants. She is seeking pieces for the notorious Kirsham Review. I doubt I have what she wants yet, but it will give me something to look for. World goes away. Commission. Moth. Substantial. Well, I have none. So, at the moment, cannot help her. Finished for quality work. This is something special and may provoke a reaction. Arsen's reward. My work has gone unnoticed. Nothing is sold. Perhaps the work is its own reward. I hope so. Contentment. Bunch of glimmerings. Back to work. Work Glover and Glover notice. Getting my mystique. I was actually hoping to get some mystique there, but didn't get any. Bleak thoughts. You would eat despair, but I don't have any. Let's study the glimmerings to get some of it to hang around a little longer. We've got 3 of them. We're a little short, I suppose. Well, actually, if I could get 1 more, we could try to boost our passion more. Interesting. 1 more glimmering. Wants attention. Give him some reason. Okay, that's eating the last mistakes. That's not going to be enough to delay them from getting to the evidence. Although with no more notoriety, he may be unable to make the evidence better. Okay, I need health. We'll do a quick, physical labor cycle here. I'll have enough time for that. Yeah, we'll have enough time for that. Not by much, but enough. Feed my imagination, so that's like lessons learnt. We're going to study passion to get another glimmering. That's part fleeting remembrance. I might talk about the fleeting remembrance. No. I can maybe study it if I had something else, but I do not have the time or the wherewithal to do that. Oh, and I've been sitting on a book. Collection of essays. So that's the erudite version of collection of poetry. And we will go ahead and get another book while we're at it. So if it finds number clues, the tentative evidence is going to get pulled in here. So it's probably going to pull in the tentative evidence at this point. Funds. And the vitality that we're looking for. Back to Glover and Glover before they notice we're missing. Got our affliction that we can dream on, using that vitality to get rid of it. Get our health pack. Latin grammar. Interesting. I have enough funds, we will go ahead and try to get a book. Old and happy, far-off things. Moth finds the light in the dark, and so do I. Passion and the glimmering. Merge our glimmerings, so we don't lose the first one. And then we will read our collection of poetry to get 3 glimmerings lesson learned to improve the wild imagination. Traveling at Night, Volume 2. The Annotated Dream Journals of Christopher Illoppy. Sometimes called the only readable occultist. Literate, entertaining, and bewildering. This is the 2nd volume. I don't have the 1st volume, weirdly enough. I don't have enough funds to continue going shopping, so we will call that there good for the shopping. You turn into restlessness. Yeah, did take the tentative evidence, which is a bit of a shame. The hunter has found in a variety, they will use it to create or upgrade evidence. Or if they've had. So they didn't find any, so it might not get upgraded. They're meticulous, they will always succeed. If they're erratic, they're more likely to fail. They can occasionally create evidence, even without notoriety. I will want to paint the restlessness. Ooh. No, I don't want to paint the restlessness because I don't have time to do it. Because I need my painting skill. Okay. Fleeting reminiscence. Let my memory guide my steps. My thoughts will wander and I will follow. Old emotions will come to roost. And I need to paint. Oh no, I don't want to paint. Keep working the job. Dream has given us our health back. Lessons learned a glimmering, and I want to study the book of poetry. Oh, I probably actually did have much time to make the painting. Hindsight, because I needed time for the third lesson learned. Evidence is still tentative. I am safe for now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring a case against me yet. Probably means it is time to go looking. Speak of esoteric things. Fascination. Okay. That wasn't what we wanted, but we can use that to clear that with the dread, so that's not the end of the world. And we haven't read this. Fascination. Light leaks through the cracks. My mind is brighter than it ever was. The higher I rise, the more I see. So can I dream of the fascination, but remind myself of the dread? The door of the vision sings wide. Little darkness will mellow my light. Even dread has its uses. Session. Okay, so that's going to take my temptation on the second cycle. You want some reason? You can have some reason. Glimpses. This is where we need the skill. So in goes the lessons learnt. Sooner the murder an infant. In its cradle the nurse unacted desires. Feed my imagination fiercest. We got some restlessness again. So if we time it right, we may want to paint the restless way. Come with me. An acquaintance. Takes my passion to talk to him. Buns. We'll go to Glover and Glover again. If I go to Glover and Glover again, I don't have... Well, if I don't have time to paint, or it turns on Restless, I don't have time to delay this. So, go work at Glover and Glover. Composure. The air is curdled now. I am home again, in this lumpen flesh. Better, perhaps. Fleeting remembrance. Go. Follow the fleeting remembrance, see if I can find something. Can I dream of the restlessness? No. Rumbling in the air. In another time, I would have been a seer or a heretic. Skill of fevered imagination. Phantoms ride my wakened mind. Uses 4 lessons learned to gain more passion. Well, I think for the moment we are good with trying to raise passion. And on that note, we are... Oh, picked up dread. Okay. Oh, that's actually a bad combo. Fascinations may provoke visions. Okay, so I've got dread and I'm about to pick up another dread. We're going to deal with the dread in the next one. So if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow. We've improved our passion. We're now 3, 4, 3. We're technically using one of the passions right now. Yeah, one of the... Using one of the reason... Where do I have my reason tied? Oh, I've got, I got one dimmed. Got 3 vitality, 3 health, 4 passion, 3... Yeah, 4 passion, 3 reason. I think things are going well. We've got the beginnings of a cult. We have 1 believer. We will see if we can get that to be more. I think that's what this is going on here. I think we are recruiting ourselves a believer. Day for a new acquaintance. We're likely to find a new acquaintance. We're likely to pick up some mystique as well. And we're expected to be drawing another card soon. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. This is going to be the mid-stream tea break. We are also going to be streaming longer tonight, and probably for the foreseeable future, in sort of preparation for me traveling again. I've got some tentative travel plans coming up in a month. So this is going to be a 5-hour stream, well, 5-part stream. So it'll probably, because we're already over an hour here, an hour times 5 plus some part breaks is going to put us over 5 hours, obviously. So it's going to be 5+ hours for this stream. So if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We are going to record more, but this is the mid-stream tea break. So until the next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.